Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nerd Wars. I'm Andy Signor. I'm so happy to be here today with my friends, you guys, the amazing viewers. We are here to talk about just random stuff today. Lots of topics, headlines, your comments, your questions. And the first main topic, I just found this fascinating. Allegedly, Mulan made more on Disney Plus than Tenet has made so far worldwide in theaters, which I'm shocked by, but we're going to break this down along with a lot of other news, She-Hulk and some other stuff, so stay tuned. You can always pivot where we go with this conversation using Streamlabs, all the other links down below, so thanks to all the mods out there sharing it. I see so many people in the building. What's up, everybody? Sathwick, Bunda, Keo, Marcos, Jason, Spencer, Bunda, I said. So many amazing people in there. Thank you guys for tuning in and waiting for me. This is going to be a fun night, I promise you. It's also going to be a night for a good cause. I'm so happy. In fact, let's introduce our guests joining me today. I got Chris on the line. I got Kev. You won't be able to see him, but you hear Kev. And we got a Don. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Happy to have you guys here, man. So, Chris, we're doing this night for you especially. So, obviously, as you guys donate, I am going to put proceeds from tonight's donations. I will be putting towards this cause as well. But you guys can go put your own money where your mouth is and support tonight. In fact, if you click the Linktree link, you'll get there too. In fact, I'm going to do it to show you how it works. But if you go there and check it out, you'll be able to support Chris's cause. So, Chris, tell us about this cause before we get to the show, so people know what we're streaming about. You've been streaming all day today, and you'll be streaming all weekend as well.
Yes.
But tell us, Chris, about this.
So September is Autoinflammatory Awareness Month. Autoinflammatory conditions are mostly rare conditions that people are born with, sometimes manifest when they're babies, sometimes do not show symptoms until they are much older in life and have to deal with them then. I have one called familial Mediterranean fever. Today is actually also FMF Day. It's FMF for short. And so I've planned this stream starting today, going through Sunday. I'm going to stream about 12 to 14 hours a day and raise money for FMF and AID Association. They are an organization that helps patients that can't help themselves get medicine. I'm one of the lucky ones that is able to get medicine for this condition, but a lot of patients cannot afford it or find it, or it's not covered by their insurance worldwide. So we're raising money to help them fund research and to help these other patients as well.
Well, Chris, you know I love you. You're my Alfred, my producer, man. So any cause that's important to him is important to me. So let's drink to it. I'm going to be drinking all night. You guys donate. Go ahead and get me sloshed if you want. Let's have some fun. Let's hang out. Let's do some good tonight. Raise some money for a good cause and talk about some good topics. So cheers to you, my man. Thanks for raising our awareness and for getting the word out in this important cause. So, guys, again, if you have the Linktree link, which the mods, hopefully you're still sharing. I adjusted, so the first one up there is Chris's fundraiser. You can still do everything else, but you can also support there. Match it. Donate to here and donate to there. Let's spread the love tonight. So thank you again for raising this awareness. All right, so let's get to this first topic at hand, though, because I saw this on Slash Film. And this was wild to me, this idea. I mean, so before I even go and read this, I'm curious, panel. Adon, Chris, Kev, chime in. People in the comments, thank you guys for tuning in. James Taylor, thank you for that first super chat. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Yes, that's one of the... name the quote, Adon?
No, I
Anchorman, there we go.
Oh.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. We're just trying to learn how to talk. Anyway, thank you, James, for sending that over. Keep on sending them over. Tim, I see you out there. Michael Caratuo. I see Slevin. A lot of people tuning in, so thanks, guys, for coming in. Steph in the building. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, thank you for sharing out Chris's link. Linktree never works for you? It should, Bunda. Let me know if it doesn't. But
it should now.
It should now. I've adjusted things, but now the Linktree should have everything. You just go and then click which one you want to support. That way you guys have one link to help everybody. But awesome. So before I get to this article, though, we'll be hanging at lots of topics. But Adon, let's go to you first. Do you believe that Mulan could have made more on Disney Plus than Tenet made globally?
Globally?
Tenet so far worldwide has made $207 million.
There is no way Mulan's done that.
Well, if you're looking at $30 per household,
You gotta
and
do some serious math here.
like, how impressive would it be if I did like higher learning math right now? No,
But is it really $30 per household? It's $30 per account.
exactly.
Yeah. So here, just so we're clear,
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that every house, like,
Tenet made 29 million here domestic and 178 international. So far, just
I
on
thought it made-
box office, it made 207 worldwide, which is that's respectable for the conditions we're in, right? That's better than nothing because they'll still make the VOD money later, but now at least they have another 200 million to put towards the pot. That's why I think even though it's less potentially, it's still better than not doing this, right? It's one more leg to stand on. But do you think Disney Mulan made more than that, Adon? Kev, I heard you said no. What do you think, Adon?
No chance.
I would be surprised, honestly, because I know I'm not gonna lie, my family share everything, so Dad would not 30. I'd be lucky if one person bought $30 for Mulan.
How many countries is Mulan Disney Plus in?
Good question.
Ooh, that's an excellent question.
Because you got to think about the global aspect. Just because we're all pissed off about the whole China thing and the Disney thing, there might be other countries that don't care, that have large populations, like Russia. I mean, is there Disney Plus in Russia? And
I mean, it's pretty world. It's out there.
Yeah. So I can believe that Mulan made more than that. I'd say Mulan made maybe quarter billion, 250 million.
Well, all right. So let's see. Let's go through what they're asking, the approximation here. All right. So all summer heard the same story. Tenet will save movie theaters. Sadly, that didn't happen. One thing, Nolan's anyway, it made 207 million. Making matters worse for theaters are reports that Disney scored a big windfall when they opted to release on Disney Plus with an extra premium price rather than risk a wide theatrical release. Per Yahoo, 29% of U.S. households that subscribe to Disney Plus purchased the $30 film through September 12th, far surpassing other popular and free titles on the platform. So how does that compare to Tenet? Well, during the company's last earnings report, Disney said that the streaming platform has amassed over 60 million global subscribers. Assuming that U.S. households makes up 50% of that total base, Disney has not yet broken out the exact number of U.S. subscribers. Data suggests that roughly 9 million users purchased Mulan for $30, 29% of our estimated 30 million. Under that scenario, net profits would pile up to $261 million for U.S. markets alone, and that's on the conservative side. So, Kev, what do you think of that? Does that blow your mind?
I cannot see where they're getting those numbers from. I'll be honest with you. I
mean, but let's be honest. 29% of all of their users purchasing that title isn't huge. It's right. It's not a huge number. It's not a. Are you suggesting that only how much a percentage of the 100% of Disney Plus subscribers do you think actually bought it, Kev?
I would be shocked if it was more than 15%, if I'm perfectly honest. I mean, think about it, especially in a time like this where money's a premium for a lot of people, and they've already announced it's going to be free in a couple of months. How many people do you think are going to spend $30 on it now when they can just wait? Was it coming out in December? I think they're releasing it for free on Disney Plus.
Yep.
So why would, especially like I say, in this current circumstances when people are short of money, why would you spend $30 on that when you can just wait a couple of months and you get it for free?
Very fair. It is a fair question. It's a good question. I don't know, but a lot of people are trying to say Mulan lost money. I've seen that headline, but I'm trying to figure out where that's actually fact. Because I've seen the article that it lost 250. Slevin, you were saying that. Where can you link me? Because I haven't seen that actually. Here it is. So here, I mean, there's videos that say it, but I don't know where. Aside from like the quartering and stuff, doing articles, where's he getting his data?
And
I know it didn't perform. It didn't perform very well in China. I know that. That's for sure. It didn't. They didn't release it in the box office, which I think was a mistake. They could have easily just put it out in theaters, maybe made a little bit of money, and then done the VOD platform and delayed everything a couple months, and they would have added more money to the, I think the pot. Sorry, what were you saying, Adon?
Well, and you can educate me on this, but so the money that Tenet makes that we see that it makes over the weekends as is in theaters, that's the gross money. That's not the net money like that the company's gonna get. Correct? Like that's because the theaters take
Correct.
it off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right because Tenet gave a lot of percentage of that money to the theaters. You're right. Theaters get a piece of that, but Disney didn't have to give anything to anyone when they sold it through Disney Plus Direct. Not even Apple. At that point, it's all straight to Disney Plus. I think I'm pretty positive. There might be some Apple deals, or depending on where you signed up for Disney Plus. However, yeah, they get to get total profit on that versus Tenet, which shares it with the theater. Yeah, exactly. So, but still, it's not
100%. Yeah.
It's not huge, but it's something, right? So that 200 something we're seeing from Tenet, you're right. They didn't get all that in their pocket. No.
Plus, also, I looked up somewhere, and I could be wrong. It's like 17 countries that Disney Plus is in. So, and I don't know how many countries Tenet is aired in worldwide. So, you also got to take in those numbers into that.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was, I mean, a lot of those 17 countries are probably European countries with large populations, and
Well, you have like Australia, Netherlands, UK,
Germany,
Ireland,
probably Germany, probably
France.
Yeah, probably France, Italy.
Austria.
Oh, interesting. Austria.
Yeah. And
I guess
Spain.
The Sound of Music. You got to have Austria.
Absolutely.
You know.
India is in there too.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
So
India's
that's a massive
there you
area.
go. That's 1 billion people right there. 1.5 billion people right there in India. So, like, obviously not all of them are getting Disney Plus, and I'm sure a lot of them are account sharing. But I mean, we know India is a highly tech-driven country, so we know that there's a high probability that a lot of people do have streaming services, and they may not have them at home on their TVs. They might have them on their smartphones, have it on for their smartphones or their, tablets and stuff like that are, probably a lot more prominent overseas than they are here in the United States.
Well, so the article saying they lost 250 million. Here we go. Yeah, I mean they're reporting the same now. They're reporting. Oh, sorry, wrong button. They're reporting the same story now. Has made more. They're saying the same thing that we just talked about. But I'm trying to figure out where they lost the 250 million. So if even if Mulan made a little over, a little under 260 when it's first week, that would have likely been viewed as a positive outcome. Oh, so that's what they're saying. This spin that the quarterings, he loses over $250 million on flop. He's spinning it. I mean, he's not wrong. They lost money because they didn't put it in theaters, is what he's saying. They would have made 250. So everybody was saying they lost 250 million. It's like they would have made more had they put it on it. Yeah, I mean, of course.
Out on is what they should say.
They chose to, but
context is everything.
Yeah, so it's sort of silly because it's like, I mean, he's not wrong, right? It's just a way to do, but it's like that's what that means. They lost 250 million because they didn't put it in theaters, which is what I've been saying. They should put stuff in theaters.
Yeah, but also you got to take into account the amount they spend on marketing because you've got the film budget and then you've got the marketing budget on top. So what's the basic rule of thumb? You basically double the budget of the movie for the marketing costs.
Yeah.
So what was Mulan? Was that 200 odd million?
Yeah, it was something high.
So you're looking at 400 million total cost for the movie with the marketing costs and all the rest of it.
Yeah, they've lost money on the movie.
They've lost money,
and by not putting it in theaters, they should.
But and it's gonna go on to Disney Plus actually for free, and so they're gonna lose a ton of money.
Yeah.
Now, is that only in the United States? It's going to be free, or regionally, are they doing it like that, or is it just everywhere? It's going to be free.
I don't know. I mean, they may do it regionally. Like I know Netflix does that, where they regionalize certain areas and they float it from one area to the other.
Yeah.
All the time.
And so I wonder if they're doing like
this
regional rollout.
Did you guys see this? Sorry, distraction as we wrap up. Shang-Chi star Simu Liu shades Disney's Mulan. He ran into it. BRB, I got to think about my honor for the fourth time this honor. I've got to think about my honor for the fourth time this hour. It's very important to me, as you can tell from movies that you see that your people have written about my people. He's just totally throwing shade. I've had every minute Mulan has to contemplate her honor because apparently that's what Chinese people do, right? Is what the movie is implying.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not
yeah.
going to be honorable. Oh no, I'm not.
So that tells me he paid for it.
Well, he's in the Disney family now, so but he's not wrong. Dude, Mulan was garbage. Mulan was hot garbage. I will say it. I've said it 10 times. Anybody who loves that movie, I'm sorry. It's not. It's a weird movie to love. It's not. Look.
Yeah, apparently it's £19.99 in the UK.
Beyond just the issues of the movie, it's like there are political issues of the movie. The fact that they were shooting in concentration camps and everything around them, etc. It's just a bad movie. It's a really bad movie, and it just shows how good the animated movie is, honestly. So, yes, Mulan has lost money, but apparently it's made more than Tenet. So what's that tell you about Tenet's success, right? That's the crazy thing. And what's crazy is, like, they're going to put Tenet in theaters for, I guess, the remainder of the year. How are theaters affording to stay afloat to have Tenet week 80? It's like, I'm just shocked. And then ironically, actually, I meant to pull this story up, but Universal now, the one that they were like, we won't show any Universal movies, has just dropped a bunch of titles that they're like, we're putting them in theaters. We are planning to have movies throughout the next couple months to sort of have movies in theaters that we're going to share with the theater community because they want to keep the theaters alive. So when Fast and the Furious comes out and Jurassic World come out next year, they're still there to profit. So
yeah, wasn't it AMC that said they weren't going to screen any more Universal?
Yeah, well,
AMC?
Yeah, exactly. And so now Universal, who AMC blacklisted, is now the one who made a deal and is actually potentially trying to save AMC. It's very ironic. Meanwhile,
I bet you Universal's got a better cut now for that.
Totally, but it's ironic because, like, if anybody should be blacklisted from theaters, it's Disney. Like, at this point, they should. Disney has totally screwed them by putting Mulan on their platform and whatever they decide to do next. To me, Disney made the ultimate FU to movie theaters, but they won't have the guts to do it. They should, because if they did and actually put their money where their mouth is and just showed all the other studios, Disney would have to step up and, I don't know, do something. But, you know, Disney can do no wrong, apparently, because they make too much money. But that's what's so scary about the world we live in. But lots more to talk about here. I'm going to clip this for YouTube. Thanks for watching. We got so much more to talk about. If you're watching us live, don't go anywhere. If you watch this tape, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with more content for you here. So subscribe if you missed it. Thank